Amma has returned. She is back. The Karnataka High Court has reversed the disproportionate assets case against the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. All charges against AIDMK chief have been set aside in the 66 crore rupee case by the Karnataka High Court. It's a verdict that the AIDMK was waiting for with bated breath. As soon as the High Court pronounced its acquittal for Jayalalithaa in Bangalore, you had celebrations breaking out all across Chennai, Poise Garden, at the AIDMK offices, parades, delirious at their leader now, all set to come back to power as early as 17. Remember, she had stepped down from power after the trial court had convicted her in September last year. The celebrations have even spread to Bangalore, where that verdict was delivered. Minutes after the verdict, sitting Chief Minister O. Selvan paid a visit to Jayalalithaa, and he is likely to resign there today. Now, it's not just celebrations there in Chennai, they are even in Delhi. AIDMK MPs have been spotted distributing sweets outside Parliament. Just watch them with our correspondent Atir Khan.
AIDMK MPs are celebrating inside the Parliament premises, and they are all raising slogans. Let's have a word with them. Ma'am, what do you have to say on this verdict?
Yes, it is the verdict for the brave. It is the verdict for the good. It is the verdict for the everlasting Queen who is going to rule Tamil Nadu forever. She will be the Chief Minister.
So how are you celebrating? How are you celebrating? Having sweets?
Oh, thank you.
So you can see how happy these MPs are, and there's distribution of sweets inside Parliament House, and look at the way they are celebrating. And
நிரந்தர முதலமைச்சர் தமிழகத்தின் நிரந்தர முதலமைச்சர் புரட்சி தலைவி நீதி வென்றது, தர்மம் வென்றது, இறையருள் வென்றது.
The major fillip for the AIADMK, which was in suspended animation, but now clearly after this verdict, they have their say, and that is why they are celebrating inside the Parliament. With camera person Pinaki Sen, Atir Khan in Delhi for Headlines Today.
Okay, celebrations going on. Laddus Tamil Nadu style. You people also know how to celebrate, huh? Raja, you sure know how to celebrate Tamil Nadu style.
Best one is an American delegation met O. Selvam last week. Selvam kept Jayalalitha's photo here and told that American delegation to speak to the photo, not to him. That is the level of psychopathy, Rajdeep. Please don't underestimate Tamilians' capacity and
capacity for psychopathy. Don't underestimate the Tamilians' capacity for psychopathy. Okay, they've kept the photograph there. I must remember this for my next book that I write, possibly on
most
Indian
of the Tamil
politics.
channels have also flashed the television clippings. And also many Tamil magazines have written about it.
You know, but while we laugh, the point we made before, what is all this saying about this Prevention of Corruption Act? The fact is, Lalu Prasad Yadav, yes, in the fodder scam, eventually got convicted through the Supreme Court. That case itself almost took 2 decades. Mulayam and Mayawati's case is pending now for a decade. Jayalalitha's own case has taken 18 years. Today we are still at the High Court stage. What does it say about our judicial system and about this Prevention of Corruption Act? Is the act the problem, or is the prosecution the problem? Is the judiciary the problem, or is the political class the problem? Where is the problem?
Political will is the problem. There is no will to prosecute.
It's a good, you believe it's a good law? It's a good law?
The law is okay.
Because there are some public servants who say that this law is draconian. Is it draconian?
No, it's not draconian.
It's not draconian.
It's not draconian. What is the problem lies with the CBI, as I was saying earlier. CBI doesn't have a cadre of its own. Right. CBI doesn't have any but trained workforce to investigate. They do not know people from BSF, people from CISF come on deputation to CBI. Right. They conduct the investigation. They've never conducted the investigation. They don't know eye of investigation, and they are supposed
to. So
you
believe that it's the CBI which is at the heart of the problem, and the political class,
and
because the political class which controls the CBI. And therefore these prevention of corruption cases, whether it is Mayawati, whether it is Mulayam Singh, and today whether it is Jayalalithaa, often do not reach the kind of conclusion that one might expect at some stage. T.S. Sudhir is joining me at the moment along with Pratibha also. T.S., give us a sense at the moment of what you are seeing around you, and what is the sense that is Mr. Selvan going to resign today itself?
Well, Selvan's resignation is just a formality, Rajdeep. He has just come to Jayalalitha's house. He left. In fact, what we are seeing, a whole lot of visitors. In fact, if my camera person Danny can show you, there are bouquets all over the place, a lot of celebrations. What we are told is that Jayalalitha is likely to make a public appearance any minute now on the balcony of her house. Remember, she has been on a self-imposed exile since the 18th of October when she got bail and returned from the Bangalore Central Prison to Chennai. She has not stepped out at all in the last 6 to 7 months. So today she will be making that public appearance. And obviously that has excited this entire AIDMK cadre. A lot of bureaucrats, police officers, and of course the AIDMK ministers also making a beeline to get inside Poet's Garden to meet and greet Jayalalithaa, who is definitely set to make a comeback as the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The legislature party meeting will take place sometime this week, and thereafter the swearing-in ceremony. That's all a formality. But what it really means to the political landscape of Tamil Nadu is going to be extremely significant, because one, it really means that the AIDMK can now go to the people saying that it is a clean party led by a clean leader. It has got an acquittal by the High Court of Karnataka. It would mean very bad news for the DMK, because that party was really hoping for a conviction of Jayalalithaa, and on that basis go to the people saying that would they really want a convicted leader to lead the state of Tamil Nadu. For Karnataka today has been a very bad day, and he really will have to redraw his strategies 1 year ahead of elections if he has to make a comeback as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is known to actually change its ruling party every 5 years, but 2016, because of this verdict, could prove to be different. Razdeep.
Sudhir, do we have any idea whether the state intends to go in immediate appeal against this verdict or not? Will they read the judgment and then go into immediate appeal, or is that being ruled out?
Well, that's something which the DMK is planning to do. I've spoken to a DMK leader and said that that's an option which they would be doing. The other party in this entire case is the Karnataka government, which is also likely to go into appeal. So the Supreme Court doors would be knocked. But at the moment, that really wouldn't matter, because at the moment she's got an acquittal from the Karnataka High Court, and she would really go to the People's Court, perhaps in the next 6 months to 1 year, saying that whether in a bypoll or in a snap poll, to say that she is a leader who has been cleared by the High Court of Karnataka. So as far as the political theatre of Tamil Nadu is concerned, today's verdict is going to be extremely significant.
It is going to be very, very significant, and we will see whether the DMK or Subramaniam Swamy puts pressure to have an appeal in the Supreme Court. Pratibha Raman also joining us. Pratibha, you were speaking, I think, last when we spoke to you about what was happening at the court. Tell us, who were the lawyers who were appearing for Jayalalithaa? Harish Salve has acquired new fame after appearing for Salman Khan, but who were the lawyers appearing for Jayalalithaa in this case?
Well, in this particular case, it was B. Kumar and his set of lawyers who had entered the court premises today at around 10:30. All of them were seated inside the court hall, and there was tension hanging in the air. Within a matter of 5 seconds, the whole mood transformed into that of elation as soon as they started shouting slogans in favor of Jayalalithaa. It was when Justice Kumaraswamy said it was just a two-line sentence that the verdict that he pronounced at that particular time, and it was just the observations that were made of the judgment, and the judgment copy would be out on the website by this evening. All eyes are on what grounds did Justice Kumaraswamy provide the acquittal. All these questions doing the rounds here, but at the moment there's a lot of jubilant mood that is doing the rounds here as the AIADMK lawyers walked out of the court hall today.
Okay, so a sense of jubilation, obviously they become heroes. Listening to Mr. Kumar, who's become a hero overnight, certainly for the AIADMK cadres, the lawyer in the case.
Today, the judgment in the appeal was posted at exactly 11 o'clock. As earlier announced, the learned judge sat in the court and pronounced a judgment that all the accused are acquitted, and the appeals filed by them have been allowed, and the prosecution case stand dismissed. Now, from this moment, there is no impediment for Madam Jayalalithaa to assume her position, rightful position as a Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
Okay, so Jaya is back is the big story this morning. It almost sounds like the return of Amma, like a film which is being made today in Chennai. And clearly those are all the participants in that film being made in Chennai. It's, let's look at Jayalalitha's political career. A year ago, Ramchandran, she was given a sense that she could possibly become a Prime Minister. She at least sent out that message that I can be Prime Minister. Since then, she's had a bit of a setback. How do you see her political career from now? Is she still an important player in national politics?
Well, I think as of now she attains a lot of importance as far as national politics is concerned. There are several reasons for it. One, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry put together has 40 seats to the Lok Sabha. It's not a small number by any stretch of imagination. And she is virtually ruling the roost because the DMK is nowhere on the scene. And hers is the only Dravidian party now which virtually manages tremendous influence on the people, as you can see yourself. At the end of the day, if the BJP wants to have a foothold in Tamil Nadu, and as my good friend Rajgopalan was saying, that the BJP will get a majority in the Rajya Sabha by 2017, Tamil Nadu is a very important part of their entire scheme, at least of Modi's scheme. He does want to, just like he is cozied up to the West Bengal Chief Minister, I'm sure he'll try to cozy up to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Jayalalithaa.
You know, that's normal politics. Let's be fair. If Narendra Modi today needs to reach out, yesterday he reached out to Mamata Banerjee, now he reached out to Jayalalithaa. It's a good sign. He should, as Prime Minister, reach out to key up.
Rajiv, simple politics.
Yes.
Enemy's enemy is my friend. For Jayalalithaa, the enemy number one is Sonia Gandhi, because all the cases, 17 cases were foisted by Chidambaram and company. Therefore, she cannot leave Chidambaram like that. Therefore, Modi's enemy is Sonia, Jayalalitha's enemy is Sonia. Therefore, we are together.
But
that is going to be very simple.
She doesn't need Modi. Modi may need him.
But let's look at the law.
She needs Modi for finance. Sorry, sir.
I'll come back to the politics in a moment. Just want to get a final word on the law. The appeal that has to be filed. Do you expect it to be filed within the next month?
We expect this to be filed as soon as possible. Not in next month, but yes, next 2-3 months it will be filed.
3 months
because the judgment.
Then it gets colder further.
Limitation is 3 months.
But
there's a 3-month limitation.
Limitation is 3 months, so it can be filed within the period of 3 months.
And if the state doesn't file it, a Subramanian Swamy or the DMK, or even the DMK can go and make itself a party and say that they would like this judgment to be questioned?
No, it's the complainant who can go. Subramanian Swamy being the complainant, he can file.
No, because there was to be a bail plea which was to be heard tomorrow, extending Jayalalitha's bail. All that is now infructious, presumably. That's all completely infructious. It's now a question of 3 months whether that appeal will be filed. T.S. Sudhir, take us through what is going to happen over the next day now in Tamil Nadu. Palli Selvan has met the Chief Minister. Will he be going to the Governor shortly? And will Jayalalithaa then formally tell us when is she expected to come out of her Poise Garden residence and wave out to those crowds there?
Well, what you can see behind me are complete celebrations. Once again, a lot of firecrackers being burst here, and these are the scenes outside the Poise Garden of Jayalalitha's residence. A whole lot of dancing and things are taking place of these women, large number of cadre who have assembled here at the Poise Garden office residence of Jayalalithaa. What we are told is that she's likely to make an appearance in a short while from now. She could even make a visit to the AIDMK headquarters in Chennai. Of course, that is still in the realm of speculation whether she will do that. But a whole lot of bureaucrats and senior ministers of the AIDMK government making a beeline to Poise Garden to meet and greet the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who is set to return as Chief Minister in a week's time from now.
Right, so they're all making their way there to the headquarters. Some of our other correspondents are also out and about. Pratibha, in Bangalore, the crowds which have gathered, have they slowly disappeared? Because a lot of AIDMK supporters had come to Karnataka today also.
Well, that's right, Rajdeep. In the morning, there were a lot of AIADMK supporters as well as DMK lawyers who had arrived here. But then the police had restricted most of them from entering the court hall. About 7 lawyers of the Defence Council were first allowed inside the court hall, and it's only after that that some of the other lawyers as well as the media was allowed. And as soon as Mr. B.V. Acharya, who's the special public prosecutor, arrived, there was tension hanging in the air, and there was a long wait before the justice arrived at around 11, and by 11:05 the judgment was pronounced, and immediately the mood was upbeat. AIADMK lawyers out shouting slogans. In fact, the counsel who represented Jayalalithaa, Mr. B. Kumar, was lifted on everyone's shoulders and he was being celebrated as they marched forward to the gate of the High Court, and that was the kind of mood that we are talking of. But now all of them have disappeared. I'm sure most of them are heading to Chennai to personally congratulate Jayalalithaa.
Okay, so everyone, all roads are leading today to Poise Garden. Central Chennai is going to be completely blocked out today. There is nothing else which is going to go on in central Chennai today. Okay, just about enough time. We're all ready for lunch. I'm sure that the supporters will want lunch as well. And, you know, they've had a long wait. They've been waiting all those pujas that they've done over the last few days.
67,000 temples in Tamil Nadu went for puja for the last 67 hours.
So it is
because her age is 67. And 7 is her lucky number. Therefore, 17th is a day of her swearing in ceremony.
17 because it's a lucky number, is it?
7 is her lucky number. Her age is 67. 67,000 temples went for poll. This mosque and, you know, churches, Hindu temples.
Oh, what does this say? Please tell me, what does this say?
Psychophancy. Simple.
No, you say psychophancy. I say, you see, the Dravida movement, I had raised this in the morning. The Dravida movement was based as a national movement.
Correct.
It was based as a movement that rejected this form of deification, rejected temple worship, idol worship in temples. You have replaced these gods with political gods. And this has been going on for years now. Do you believe it's become more?
MG Ramachandran.
No, was it MG Ramachandran that was the turning point?
He twisted that. He diverted.
He brought the personality.
He diverted this Dravidian theme because, you know, there was no issue of a Brahmin prostrating before anyone. But before lady, now no Brahmin prostrates. But with Jayalalithaa, if you don't prostrate, you don't get an audience.
Is it in a way? Has it become worse, you think?
I think it has become worse for two reasons, Rajeev. One, the cult that is being followed there. And if you remember, there are stories in Tamil Nadu which says in certain districts and villages, the barbers are refusing to cut the hair of Dalits. This is a huge controversy raging in Tamil Nadu right now. And it required the intervention of certain leaders to see that this kind of discrimination.
No, I know. So I take it the backward caste movement, the Dalit movement was important to achieve a sense of emancipation, a sense of equality.
Correct. To end the oppression.
That happened.
Yes.
Now you have a new kind of oppression, some would say, where everything is ruled around the cult of a personality. If some of the stories that Raja tells us are true, I am even giving a little penchant for his tendency sometimes to exaggerate.
No, it's a true story.
True story that an American delegation comes to meet the chief minister. They are told, instead of speaking to me, please speak to the photograph of Jayalalithaa. Now this doesn't happen in, you know, North India has other problems.
Yes,
very
different from these.
Very different problem. There's a criminalization completely of the politics that has taken place in states like UP and Bihar over the years. But this kind of personality cult, it is spreading. It is spreading. You have one man or one woman leaders in several states of India. Is it, you know, does that worry you, concern you, or we've got to take this as part of democracy? You've got dynastic democracy of the Gandhi-Nehru family, and you've got the kind of politics of Jayalalithaa.
At the end of the day, a couple of realities cannot be overlooked. The reality of regional satraps coming up in a strong manner, the influence that they wield in their areas cannot be forgotten at all. That is why you have seen, you know, the Congress party got less than 20% of the votes in Tamil Nadu some 42 years ago. After that, they have not made their advent.
So they have not been able to recover. So clearly the national party is marginalized. Regional satraps like Jayalalithaa taking over. From a legal point of view, are you disappointed with what has happened today?
Undoubtedly. We missed the speedy trial. We missed the righteous investigation. We missed the mannerism in which the trial was conducted as well as the appeal was led.
Do you also believe that this is that in a sense this is a setback for those who believe that the Prevention of Corruption Act can actually act to prevent corruption of our MPs, MLAs, chief ministers?
Without going into the merits of the matter,
yes,
the real question is that these kind of happenings are eroding the faith and the trust of the people in the system per se.
That's a good point, because I think that's what it's coming down to.
It's coming down to
the faith in the system. Many people believe, at the end of the day, of course, law works on evidence, and we're not going to question the judgment passed by the Karnataka High Court, but the perception was that there was a case, strong case that Jayalalithaa had to answer. That case now goes right out of the window. Jayalalithaa acquitted. She will be chief minister in all likelihood again on the 17th of this month for the 4th or 5th time. I think she will now be fifth time she will be the chief minister. Lucky number, remember, is 7. So she's still got 2 more chances to go.
But she's already 67 years.
67 years young in politics. Yes. 67 you're young in politics. At 50 you're old as a television anchor. That's why I need lunch before anything else. I hope you've enjoyed our morning coverage. At 1 p.m. we'll be back with all the day's top stories here on Headlines Today. Thank you all for joining us. And if you've been watching, thanks for watching. And if you think you've got a view on the Jaya verdict, do tweet us at Headlines Today, #Jaya verdict. Thanks very much for joining us. Goodbye.